what should parents do in this situation? And how can parents sit down with your kids and talk about the things that they're going through and make them understand and make them part of the process? If someone's going through a separation or a divorce or emotional turmoil, how can they involve kids so that they are not traumatized, they do not psychologically get affected while they're growing up? Because all these, eventually, you're putting a teenager into the society with so much of scars.
Very true. Now, even with the best of efforts, it is a fact that kids do get affected. Even with the best of divorces, it does make a mark on their psyche, and they do carry it forward. So there is something called happy divorces, okay, where people do not and completely avoid throwing darts at each other, blaming each other. Please stop the blaming game. And in front of the children, it's extremely important to come together as parents. Well, they may not be husband and wife, but it doesn't negate the fact that they are still parents. And there's something called co-parenting. And it does not have to be so acrid and stiff and unpleasant for all parties concerned. But children should never be put in a position where they are asked to choose their loyalties. Do you want mom or dad? Do you love mom more or dad more? And to have that emotional blackmail, hassling the kid. Because the child tends to somehow blame himself or herself for mommy and daddy separating. Somehow they think it's something they've done, and they're the reason for the fights between mom and dad. And they do, right? They do fight about the children too, parenting styles and everything that comes in. So no matter what the reason of the divorce may be, to understand their responsibilities as parents, to not shirk away from that, and to be willing to co-parent and let the child know that the child can still rely on them, depend on them, look up to them as parents. Mommy and daddy may not be together, and that's a different thing altogether. But where you are concerned, they are still a unit. You will have your mom and dad for all things important.
So involve them. Make them understand.
First, make them understand it's nothing to do with them. And not have those showdowns and fighting over property and stuff and blaming each other and hassling the child in between, treating the child as a pawn. That is definitely to be avoided. And even if it's done with all these matters in place, it still affects the child. It will affect their relationship and marriage in the future as adults. So all the more important to deal with it in the best manner possible.
Thank you. That's very, very helpful.
Thank you.